The internet has changed the way we communicate, gather information, experience entertainment, and even the way we shop. This has developed into a new distribution channel, and the evolution of this e-commerce has been identified as the most significant contribution of this information revolution. Using internet to shop online has become one of the primary reasons to use the internet, combined with searching for products and finding information about them. Consumers had never had access to so many suppliers and products or service or opinions.
I like to buy things online because it's easy and convenient. I can do it at any time and in any place. And I'm bound by opening times or having to go to a specific location. And the thing I like most is I can find information about all the products I need, and also see what other people are saying about the product, compare different brands, and also see comments and testimonials. And I can do this all in a time and a place that's really convenient to me.
Well, the internet has become such a crucial part to everything that we do, everything that we buy. I mean, my grandmother even uses the internet now. And what I use it mostly for is to save time, and especially when it comes to shopping. So when there was a book online that I could buy, the latest biography that I bought, I jumped at the chance to buy an ebook.
From our research, we discovered the majority of people have previously purchased an ebook online. And for those who have purchased an ebook in the last 12 months, the majority have bought books for educational purposes. Even those who haven't purchased an ebook in the last year are considering purchasing electronic versions of their textbooks within the next 6 months.
For me, convenience is the most important factor, not just the cost. I can quickly gather the information I need, compare prices of different ebooks, and at the end of the day, my ebook is there right away in my fingertips. And it's often a lot cheaper than the printed copy. For that, I love my ebook.
I still like the feel of the hard copy books, but as a student in UQ, my lifestyle is kind of changing, and it kind of dictates me to adopt ebooks instead, especially because I like to read outside, and it gives me great flexibility, especially in transportation and handling. And also now I don't have to carry a backpack full of textbooks, but I can just bring my iPad and that's it.
The internet is still a relatively new way of shopping and can be challenging for consumers, so it is still perceived as a risky distribution channel by most consumers. Nonetheless, the majority of people purchasing online textbooks believe that the information that they get is reliable. Not only that, but 52% of respondents find that they receive deep understanding of the information through ebooks by using such features as electronic dictionaries, web links, voice and images.
Ebooks are easy. I love being able to use the search function to find information I need instantly instead of having to look through indices and page numbers. I can make notes on the screen and play with interactive images, and things like that just aren't possible with an old textbook.
Using online books is so much more engaging. The information is always up to date, and you have the ability of using online tools such as a dictionary with a click of a button.
Well, I enjoy the technology and what it allows you to achieve. Most textbooks now, though, are still written for printed media. It's slowly starting to change, so it's becoming more common that they're more embedded with technology, which is transforming books in just a way that wasn't possible before.
It really takes some time getting used to having the ebook and having an e-textbook. I'm an international student, so having all the books in one small, convenient device is really easy for me. I can travel away on holiday break or travel to and from uni, and all I need to study is just my iPad and a notepad to take some great notes.
I personally prefer real books instead. I find that ebooks take more effort and cause stress in my eyes. Cost isn't an issue as my friends and I share the cost.
Well, I do agree that using e-textbook do improve my knowledge because it simply give me more richer and deeper understanding because of its additional features. I can use the dictionary to find out the difficult terms or difficult words that I don't really understand of the meaning, and I can highlight sections. I can also send the notes to my team member without needing to print it or scan it or even emailing them. It just makes my life easier.
So overall, I have a Kindle and an iPad, and they have different advantages, both of them. The Kindle is a lot better for reading novels and what I consider real books. It has an ink feature, so it makes you feel like you're still reading a traditional book, and I can actually store that for those reasons, just like a book library. Whereas the iPad, it really does hurt your eyes after a while with the backlighting. It is good for other things, but I would still prefer using a normal book if I had the opportunity.
Overall, ebooks are useful to me and most of my friends as well because we are able to share it with one another.
I feel better about myself when I'm using electronic books because I believe I'm helping the environment and not wasting paper. Also, I tend to be a very forgetful person, so being able to access my book from any device is pretty helpful to me.
Well, I would choose an ebook over a hard copy, more for the features that it offers, especially the search feature, rather than environmental reasons. I mean, I still print off, a lot of pages from my e-textbook just because that's how I prefer to study.
We are still in the transitioning stage of the technology. We are shaping the future as we go and constantly pushing the boundaries. Now we've observed 2 generations that grew up connected to the internet. This has affected their expectations as how they go about their daily lives, with the understanding that people can go online for any need. Consumers depend more on the internet for every activity, including shopping. This in turn changes their consumer behaviour.
Well, my main motivation for buying ebooks is that I can easily search for the cheapest deal and sometimes get books for free. I can also get it instantly, so it saves a lot of time of me waiting around for books to come in the mail or going to the store.
I think overall I buy e-textbooks because they are convenient, easy to use, and they're consistent with my active lifestyle.
So if I had my way, I would still read normal traditional books all the time. But I sort of feel that with everything going on in the environment and everything else, having the Kindle and the iPad does really help to reduce paper. So I prefer to do that where I can.
Something I've noticed with ebooks rather than textbooks is I don't have to figure out what to do with them once the semester is over. They're not just going to sit on my shelf and collect dust. If I'm not using it anymore, all I have to do is click delete and they're gone.
Well, I used to buy printed books in hopes that I would be able to get money back when I returned it, ever since the class finished. But if anything happens to that book, like let's just say you spill coffee on it or you lose it, then you won't be able to get money back. So sometimes they won't even accept your book even if it's in good condition because they'll either have too many in stock or they'll change the required reading for that unit.
With e-textbooks becoming more and more popular, the risks associated with purchasing them are now perceived to be lower. With the ability to quickly and easily compare prices, financial risks are lowered. Not only that, but it also helps them reduce the time and effort they need to obtain their textbook.
I know that a lot of people are still concerned about the risks of buying things online. My parents, for example, don't like to buy anything online. But when it comes to books, the content is all the same, so it really doesn't bother me buying an electronic version.
The most surprising results we found from our research were that people like the features and flexibility ebooks provide. However, it still is not their favourite way of reading. Even though most people agree that e-textbooks are easy to use and it allows them to quickly access information and help increase their knowledge, they still feel as though they require more effort to read. Costs don't seem to hold people back when considering buying e-textbooks. While people will share printed textbooks, our survey results say that they do not do the same with e-textbooks. This can be associated with most users still being in the adoptive stage of e-textbooks. There is so much more to e-textbooks than just reading them as a book. People are learning how to interact. Finally, our research looked at the online consumer. We believe further research from the perspective of the online retailer and how they could make the most of this consumer behaviour psyche to increase their product sales would be advantageous to the online sector. What you need to do is stay tuned for next semester for